Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's our visitors and our home team. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His team in the win column for the first time with their victory a week ago. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Should be a fun one. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike. I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run here. It's Carter. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
That's good for a first down.
A carry. This is Carter. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
That's made right side. It's Johnson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. His throw left side is complete. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and you got a fresh set of downs.
And That'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to...
Oh, the ball's out!
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, like, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The home team's offense, ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. On the run, here's Carter, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you can see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Carter. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A run with Carter. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that...
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes!
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. His kick is good. And his guys are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Their 2 drives so far not good. Punt, lost fumble. Trying to make amends here on drive number 3. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Working out of the gun. Here's Howard. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline, so they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll try the right side this time. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he is out of bounds.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here comes the jet sweep. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessfully stopped there for no gain.
Taken down right now.
Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. And that will be a first down. The RPO, that one is complete. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Now they'll set up to throw. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson. It is second and 9.
A gain of 6 brings up second and 9.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming.
At the 11-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So on fourth down, they'll call out the field goal unit. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The gun, it's Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Howard. Right side, caught by Wiley. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Howard now off the bootleg. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's a first carry for their running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So after 1, 6-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Tampa Bay with the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, it's Howard. He's going to tuck it and go. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
The extra point, up and good. And the visitors move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes White. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop of tight ends, especially at the top. A couple of guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves in the Midwest, especially Coastal Loveland, who's a Chicago Bear tight end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Mike, when I watch Loveland play, and you look back and watch his tape from Michigan, there's 2 guys that play tight in the NFL. There's the guy that you have to script open. He's going to catch flat routes and naked routes, and he's going to catch the easy ones, and he'll run after and get what he can. And then there's the guys, Mike, that get themselves open. They can win 3rd down one-on-ones. They can win versus press. They can win routes downfield versus defensive backs, not just linebackers. When I watch Coastal Loveland, that's the guy I see.
And another one out of the Big Ten, Tyler Warren from Penn State. He goes to Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he's a little more of a throwback, right? He can play a little quarterback, he can play H-back, he can put his hand on the ground. He's still good enough and athletic enough to play in space. When you look at what Penn State did with him, there wasn't a position on the field, including center, that he didn't play. So he's a really big, physical, run-after-catch. I think he's a good fit because, remember, in Indy, that Shane Steichen offense, they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to get downhill with the run game, offensive line. So I think it's a good fit because he's very talented in the passing game, but he's going to keep teams honest with his ability to still contribute on all 3 downs.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll begin with a zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To the air, Howard. Woo! That is to Wiley, open on the left. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now, Howard. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
They'll throw for it with Howard. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
This one on target for Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule and the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you had the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025. On 2nd down, Howard. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a run on 1st down. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. Howard now to throw it here on second down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. To throw is Howard. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. This is going to be from 53 yards out. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the visitors extend their lead to 10-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Throwing now on 3rd and long, and that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Howard. Here's a short throw caught by Wiley. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. A toss left side caught by his running back. Took him up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 50-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again. Howard. Quick throw here is complete. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
Howard to throw again. He'll step up and run this. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going for it all. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. He's about to get underway. And he'll work this one past 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll be looking to answer back. They trail 13-6 and start this one with 1st and 10. The ball comes out, and the defense comes away with a turnover. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Crazy. He's to the 10. And he's down at the 3. What a run. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
The extra point is up and through. And the visitors will extend this third quarter lead. Now a timeout for injury. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 38.
Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
50-yard line.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Intended for number 18.
We'll try again.
Incomplete.
It's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Pass pulled in by Carter. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Brings up
3rd
and 1.
and a yard. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 18.
We're starting starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. In this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter, they convert on fourth down. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Back to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And his guys are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. Built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 5.
Off the play fake, here's Howard. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now this looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. A handoff as they try to run it here. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
second down. It's Howard. Quick throw, taken in, and it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 6. Result is a first down.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He's going to be marked down at at the 12-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. That's enough for a first down.
At the 12-yard line.
From the gun, it's Howard. The right shot here, pass is caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
On second down, they'll run. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. And he will take it in himself.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good, and the visitors are able to extend the lead.
27. Our home team, 9.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Carter, and that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
The 40-yard line.
They'll run here. It's Carter. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. Might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Play action. It's Howard. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far into the incompletion.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Howard. The right side, caught by Wiley. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. We see a lot of this as they begin the fourth quarter on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 3. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's fourth down.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. A big play after being backed up. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 2.
At the 40-yard line.
On the run, here's Carter. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
On the RPO, he'll just flip it forward, and it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to tuck it and go. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 9.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
They'll look to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Brings up third and 7.
And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down. Another walk through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And his guys are back within 2 scores. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And they are well on their way to making it 2 straight victories after the Week 1 loss as they begin here with a first and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3.
On the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, here's Howard. Here's a short throw, caught by Wiley. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this up past the 40, pickup of 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff, running right. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
A gain of a yard.
So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard. And it's 1st and 10. Whoa! And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that will be a first down.
Result is a first down.
Two-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it here.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up
2nd down, they need 3. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
a gain of 7. Results in a first down.
Handoff here, up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Up the middle they go. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
Taken down behind the line.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts.
Now 3rd down.
Talk things over before 3rd down. And the gun, it's Howard. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're gonna have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
They're going to go play action with Howard. And he'll take it on in. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point attempt to come here. He gets it to go, and the visitors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Our home team, 12.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes White. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a screen set up for Carter. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A run with Carter, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it. 3rd and long.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
He'll drop to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
That's going to be caught, and he is not going to get there. Short of the marker, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Here's a toss, right side. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Now give on the ground. And this takes him into the red zone. He's blocked down inside the 20-yard line. That one good for 18 yards and to the 18-yard line.
A first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a 3rd and 2.
Brings up third down.
So it's a win for our visitors. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.